Hello, 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 everybody. What is going down? Today is Monday. That's what's happening. And it's the weekly rundown. Today is August 21st, I believe, 2023. And my name is SonjaMarie. If you are not familiar with who I am and what I do, and you happen to just trip up on my face and my channel, welcome. Thank you. I am grateful for Spirit for guiding you here. We talk about astrology and we talk about all things spiritual in a down to earth kind of way with a little bit of cursing every now and again. So hopefully you don't mind that. You can stick on in or through or around. We come back on Fridays too for what we call the Freestyle Fridays, in which we spend a little bit more time reading people's sun, moon, and rising, although sometimes I do that on Mondays as well. Um, but yeah, Fridays are just open to talk about whatever it is that's on our heart, mind, and soul, whatever we are led to. As the people start to roll on in, I just want to say a few announcements. I am feverishly, in my own way, working at announcing the seventh annual. Can you believe it? Yo, a girl don't stop. I'm thinking about doing 2 retreats a year, to be honest with you, because it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of work and a lot of adjusting in between. But I do like this part of it, like the whole excitement of getting a new location together. And I'm going to announce it really, really soon within the next couple of weeks. So if you plan on coming to our next retreat, get your coins together, because I will be announcing it. And if you haven't heard, I was inspired to do these retreats for a number of different reasons, mainly because I believe that we have the information and the modalities to assist us to get through whatever it is that we need to get through. And prayerfully, when we come together, we can assist each other as a community to get through anything that's physical, psychological, or emotional, right? um but I started these things too because I love community in that way. And I also heard Spirit say that the first three will be in the desert, the next three will be in the mountains, in which we completed, and these last three, because it's only going to be 9, will be by the water. So if you're going to come by the water, come on by the water. I can't wait to announce where it's going to be. Oh my God. It kind of brings like all this excitement to my head. And I am the worst. I am the worst at keeping secrets, especially good ones. I get way too excited. So be on the lookout for that announcement. But I'm also announcing, if you want to partake in the Village Hut this year, again, as people roll on in, um, I want just to make this quick announcement that I am teaching Western astrology, natal charts, and solar return charts, and transit charts. Um, to you, if you'd like to partake, it's going to start in September 12th, to be honest with you, going through October 31st. So Halloween will be the last class. We meet every week during that time, every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Namely, our Zooms don't go over 2.5 hours, to be honest with you. If it's 2.5 hours, it's a long class. But we get right to it. And we start off by learning about all things spiritual and learning, I think I said this last week, learning how to protect yourself, how to hear spirit, how to pray, how to meditate, all things in a way to access spirit, so we can access this information. Excuse me for burping. It's astrological information, and be protected and guided through it. That's my job. That's how I'm going to teach y'all. I'm going to teach y'all how to connect with spirit, maintain that open, intuitive learning space, and utilize astrology to help people see themselves better and help to see yourselves even more. Okay. So if you want to get on that Village Hut train, please go to my website at wordlifeastrology.com/Village Hut. Yo, the link is in the description box below, as well as some Cash App links, Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App itself, if any of this information resonates with you. All right. All right, that's enough. I appreciate the 13. Ooh, 444. I love that. Ancestors are like, now get to work. At 444. Here we go. So thank you for the 6 people giving me your thumbs up already. I would encourage you to do that. It allows YouTube to know that I'm doing my job and can kind of like, you know, aggravate the algorithm just a little bit, let them know this little black girl's doing her thing. This black woman. Right. Also, if you'd like to share or subscribe, I'd encourage you to do so as well. Thank you for the 12 people being in here. What's up, Trina? Again, thank you for the 6 people with the thumbs up. I appreciate you. If you can add to that, that would be lovely. Miss Lady J, what's up? Calandra or Calandra, whichever one. Please forgive me if I pronounced it incorrectly, but I welcome you here. Your name does not look familiar whatsoever. Thanks for rolling on through. Sweet Tea is here. Renee Connor is here. What up, Nale? What's going on, Lydia? And Malika is around. What's up, Malika? I love to see y'all in the place. Again, starting off nice and slow and as expected as I look at Monday's. Ooh, hello to Mariposa Mat. As I look at Monday's little aspects right here, I'm like, yeah, is that the reason why I feel the way I feel? What's up, Cicely? Nice to see you in here. Oh, I said it right the first time. Calandra. All right, Calandra, I gotcha, sweet lady. All right, y'all. This is what I was just alluding to. The fact that the first aspect on deck for Monday, for sure, is this moon in Libra. Before it goes into Scorpio tonight, the moon in Libra is quincunxed Neptune. Ooh, are y'all feeling the confusion? This early part of the morning, I know it's about 4 o'clock on the East Coast, 1 o'clock here on the West Coast, but I mean the first couple of hours of the day, were you feeling this? Like, again, let me clarify the confusion. Neptune is about confusion, about delusion, about music, about dreams, about escapism. Neptune, right, is about the ethereal spirituality. But when it's in a quincunx and it's aspected with a quincunx, it makes all of those things that I just mentioned a little hairy, a little hard to touch, again, a little clouded, not necessarily pointed, and is activated and ensued, I should say, by the moon, by emotions. Are y'all feeling that? Ooh, Mariposa, you feeling it too? Lord have mercy. Let me tell you, I put next to this moon, quincunx and Neptune, frustration, surrounding confusion. Why can't I get it together? That's exactly how I felt all morning long. And I'm going to be honest with you, y'all. I'm learning in my older age. I swear to goodness. And I'm gonna go on a squirrel moment real quick before I go into all of this, is to be easy on myself. I say it a lot here on Instagram, on YouTube and on Instagram, because I'm literally saying it to myself. It makes no sense, especially now I'm parlaying this into this astrological effect and situation right now, this aspect, because when we have these confusing thoughts and it becomes frustrating and we really can't get off what it is we need to get off, or say what we need to say, or like snap into the Monday the way we need to snap into the Monday, have those couple of cups of coffee or tea or orange juice, whatever sparks you, and you still don't feel like you're all the way there. Please be easy on yourself. Please be easy on yourself. Surrender to what it is you can do and to what it is you can't do. Now, you know what? I have a friend or two. And I should say this. I know a lot of people, but I do. One friend is sticking out in particular, who was raised on excellence, who was raised on being complete and thorough. And oftentimes she doesn't give herself an easy way. And oftentimes she projects that on her friendships. Like, you're supposed to be doing it X, Y, and Z, or have like a hardcore line of expectations because of the way she was raised and because of the way she sees excellence. Yo, excellence is awesome. If you can achieve that, if you can work hard at that. But in my opinion, you know what's even better? The journey to get there. It's not necessarily receiving whatever excellence you need to receive, because that's subjective, right? Like, excellence can be whatever you think is excellence or whatever the next person that thinks is excellence. And I'm so glad that Spirit is actually parlaying this subject matter and honing in on it earlier on, because as I'm thinking, spirit's like, you on it, girl, because as I'm thinking, this week is about adjusting to that excellence, with the sun going into Virgo and with Mercury in Virgo going backwards on the same day. It's a question to that. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So bottom line is that this Monday we're waking up not feeling too excellent, not feeling like we're setting this day off right, not feeling like, I got all my ducks in a row. It's okay. Be easy. Whatever falls, falls. Whatever's right is right. Does that make sense, y'all? Sometimes I think we push because we're competing. We push because we're competing with our siblings. We're competing with our best friends. We're competing with people in the office. We gotta be just as, effective as the next person. Sometimes, pull the fuck back, especially by the end of this week. Again, I will say this probably 3 more times. There will be 7 planets in retrograde. What you really doing? That you're not going to end up doing all over again, because this is review season. By the way, at the same time today, trying my best to keep it pushing, y'all, because I can go into a cloud of all kinds of thoughts and confusion and conversation. But to keep it pushing, the sun, being that it's in Leo today, will absolutely quincunx Pluto, going retrograde in Capricorn. Yep. And the ego is frustrated that we're not shining in our own power. So the feelings of the moon, quincunx to Neptune, this feeling of confusion, not knowing what to do, staying in escapism because I'm so fucking frustrated, I can't see clearly. Here comes the sun frustrating us further, making us feel out of power. That's why possibly maybe we need to be a little easy on ourselves, because we're not feeling as powerful, as assertive, as intimidating. And sometimes we like to use our intimidations in a good way, so to speak, making the plumber fix my sink when I asked him time and time again. You give him that serious stare. I'm gonna give you my assertive stare, sir, because this needs to be done today. Or possibly assertive stare won't work today. I'm just putting that out there. As long as you got your basics, food, shelter, water, you should be all right until the plumber comes back, right? You got a gallon of water to wash your teeth, brush your teeth, do what you need to do to drink. I'm just saying. As well today, that moon in Leo is squaring this Pluto. Oh, so you got the sun quincunxing it, feeling irritated, the ego feeling irritated that you're out of sorts and out of power and out of authority on some level, or somebody else is acting that way towards you. And then this moon itself is reacting in Libra, saying, oh, my partners don't see that I have to have some sort of authority, that I need to be in control, that I need to have some power in this thing. Oh, if it's not the partner, oh, this is not a fair situation. I feel like this is unjust. I feel like this confusion and you taking me off my power and you taking me off my square is a little unjust. Are you feeling that? This morning, it's an interesting morning, because I kind of feel like there's people that got their hand in our pocket. Why is your hand in my pocket, sir? Not only are you taking my money, why are you taking my time? Why are you questioning my time? What do you have to say to me right now? Why are you acting like a boss of me and you're not the boss of me? I'm the boss of me. Am I the boss of me? Oh my God, I'm so confused. That was all morning. Are y'all okay? I just want to say that. Hello, Maya. Hello, Cicely. Hello, Missy. Hello, I can't even talk. Hi, Bijou. How are you? This is the confusion I'm feeling. I just want to make sure y'all good. And if you are good, that's great. I don't want to put this on you, nor do I want to project and make you turn into something that you're not. If you're feeling great and you don't feel this confusion, awesome. Watch people around you and be easy on them, okay? Because it may affect them. Again, if astrology energy is not affecting you, it could affect somebody around you, which makes it even more important. It's not you're not, absolved from it. That's for damn sure. Okay, are y'all hearing me? Y'all with me? And then by the end of today, the moon and the sun will find a way to get back together. That's just how it happens. You'll find this confusion throughout the day in some kind of way, making you a little cloudy, making you want to escape, making you don't want to do any work. Y'all just want to go and smoke a joint somewhere, drink a beer, whatever, and extend the weekend? Possibly, maybe. But if you do that, you may feel a little power struggle behind that. You get what I'm saying? But by the end of the day, the sun will come back out because the sun and the moon will sextile, and you'll find generosity possibly through your partnerships. The same people that was just like trying to take your power away from you and throw you off your square, by the end of the day today, possibly, maybe they'll come back and give you a nice meal, give you a little back rub, understand you at the very least, why you felt threatened by the power struggle. Good conversations this evening, if anything went crazy throughout the day. Does that make sense? Are y'all hearing me, or y'all just as quiet as I feel? I just want to know. Tomorrow, as the moon is sliding into, or has slid into Scorpio tonight, it will be in Scorpio tomorrow, bringing heavy emotions. So get ready for it. You know, Scorpio, moon in Scorpio always goes down and dirty, always go to the bottom of the office, the bottom of the ocean, picking out all kinds of emotions that you may have forgotten about. On the real, discover some things that not only may have forgotten about, but that you can reestablish some determination in. That's what I just heard. What do you need to get determined about? As this moon goes into Scorpio, what do you need to get pumped up about again? Find it somewhere, somehow. It kicked off last week when that new moon was in Leo. And I alluded to that on Instagram about how the new moon comes into Leo. And yep, it sat on my moon, which gave me a nice little spark. But it gave all of us a spark in some kind of way because Leo is in everybody's chart. So that new moon in Leo said, hell yeah, I could do whatever the freak I want to do. I got all this will, this courage to shine. This week, even though we woke up a little confused and a little hairy, a little frustrated, right? This week is asking us to take that shine and now put some practicality on it as we go into Virgo season. As Mercury does go retrograde and we have to recollect some things. I'll get there in a minute. But by the end of today, by the end of Monday, the moon and the sun is coming together. So now there's a feeling. Maybe your partner will come along and go, yo, this is what you can do. This is how we can set this up. Maybe we should get together, you and a partner, a business partner, a personal partner. Maybe get together, give yourselves both a to-do list of what needs to happen this week. Go off in your prospective corners and get shit done. Maybe after somebody threw you off your square today, you can come back together tonight and say, okay, we got our information. We got our instructions. I apologize for this. Let's move out. I didn't mean to take you off your square, but I need to move and I need to do things a little bit more powerfully, partner to partner. So let's do that and shine and go off to our respective corners, because by the end of the week, or I should say throughout the week, we're going to have to work alone. We're going to have to work solitary like. Building up our determined to get new things done that Leo energy sparked last week. And to do it in a way that Scorpio likes, quiet in the cave. Because for the first 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the moon is in Scorpio. So we got to go deep. We got to pull out some things, become determined to implement whatever new things that has been sparked already, even though we are in retrograde season, because we can implement new things by just becoming prepared, y'all. Again, preparedness is everything. We can implement new things by playing. And now this is going to be a new concept to Virgo energy as we slide into that, because Virgo energy don't like to play. It likes to do the thing, edit, and make it done and be thorough about it. I'm encouraging y'all to make mistakes this week. I'm encouraging you to do as much as possible to figure stuff out. And sometimes that looks like mistakes, even as we fly into this Virgo sun season, and even as Mercury in Virgo goes retrograde. Make the mistakes. Hopefully it doesn't hurt you or anybody else for that matter, but make the mistakes so when everything starts to go direct again, we already have the foolproof plan. The foolproof plan. Does this make sense to y'all? Hey, Ramon, y'all might have to come back to this video because I think on some real subconscious shit, I'm setting you up, including myself. Okay, let's keep it pushing. Tomorrow, the reason why I set that up and I reiterated that, because tomorrow, Tuesday, Venus, that has been going retrograde, is going to square Jupiter. The realization of the thing that was once valuable ain't shit. That's exactly what I put in my notes. Maybe possibly tomorrow or sometime tonight or sliding through tomorrow, you'll figure out what you held so dear probably ain't too much of nothing. Do y'all recognize that every now and again? Sometimes for people, they lament that discovery because they want to hold on and hoard what worked for them for so long on the real shit. And because Jupiter is in Taurus, and Taurus does like to hoard a little bit. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It doesn't like to change. And that Venus in retrograde is in Leo. There's some Leo situations like going retrograde. I'm trying to show you the value of this thing as I go retrograde and go into review with some shit. Looking at Jupiter in Taurus, and the thing you've been holding on ain't valuable no more, boo boo. Ain't valuable no more. I don't know about y'all, but a lot of people and situations, even morals and standards that I've held dear are literally falling the fuck off. Like I can't even reach and grab them any longer and try to hold on to them. Tomorrow, as we slip into this vibration, it's going to come out more and more and more and more. And here is the message. Please don't fight it. Please don't fight it. Because Taurus, with Uranus being in Taurus, Jupiter being in Taurus, y'all, that energy, not y'all, the people, but y'all, that energy, Taurus energy, has been trying to hold on for the last year and a half. You know what you've been holding on to. And this is not just Taurus people. This is everybody that feels like, oh, I know we're changing, but can I have this red shirt that I love so much that got 9 holes in the back? Example. It could be a man, it could be drugs, it can be your home, it could be your red shoes that you really, really like that's gotten you so much play in the past, but they hurt and you can't wear them anymore. They're not going to get you no play. Get some other shoes that can get you to play. You understand what I'm saying? It's time to change up your shit. That's what Tuesday is talking about with that Venus retrograde squaring that Jupiter. Y'all better listen and talk to me. What y'all feeling? Is this crazy or what? I know I'm kind of silent and kind of whispering on some level. Ask questions if you need, but I'm kind of coming at y'all side like because that's my mood for today. But at the same time, I'm like, whoa, this is interesting. I can see it clearly. I can see the setup, even as we're slowing down. Let me get to it. Mars is in Mars is in Virgo and it's opposition Neptune going reverse in Pisces. Time to put legs on the things you've been gathering in the ethers. Just think about it. I put that too. The things that you've been gathering in the ethers. So bust it. Neptune has been going retrograde in Pisces. You dig? So that means are the ethereal, the things that's in the spirit world, what we've been intuiting, what our moments in escapism or our musical escapades that we've recently had. Sometimes y'all go into those escapades. I know I do. Just listen to Rick James all day or listen to an artist all day and they bring you to a place, a healing place. In any case, that's what Neptune is responsible for. So while you're in these spaces, what do you discover? Because it's going retrograde. It's saying opposition Mars. Now do something about that. What did you discover? If you're going to smoke out all weekend, if you're going to sit back and hang with your friends all weekend, if you're going to escape, if you're going to look at some colors, if you're going to pray, if you're going to meditate, if you're going to isolate, this is all Neptune shit. Then what are you discovering in that space? Mars says, yo, can we do something with that? Can we write a hit song, motherfuckers? Literally, I know I use these examples a lot, but there's more to these examples depending on what's going on in your life. Are y'all feeling me? Angela is here. That was 5 minutes ago. She put up them wires, though. Y'all here? Y'all all right? Because here's the deal. More and more, thank you for this download, Spirit. As we are making these changes, and I'm closing my eyes because I want to hear this message. As we are making these changes and things are being adjusted, think about it like this. More and more, that portal of Neptune is bringing to us all of these dynamic, creative waves and tsunamis of information and futuristic creative spaces and artistic spaces are being shown to us, right? The leadership that we are tapping into us that we didn't know that we had a year ago is being shown to us. The new and improved are, weird, innovative things, independent things are being shown to us. Again, with Mars sitting there in Virgo, no less, it's like, so can we put some details on these things? Like, we are not just being given this inspiration to just sit around and go, wow, that was a nice thought. That was a cute color shirt that I could have had. You understand what I'm saying? We are being asked to be inspired in a way that's, again, not only putting legs on it, but that's getting us mad. You ever been mad in a good way? When you want to confront something in a good way? You understand? With new ideas? When everybody else is knocking you down? When people don't even see it? Don't you want to wake up with that feel again? Like you did when you was 10 and you got, I got the best invention. This is how we're going to drink juice from now on out of this interesting straw that I'm making out of plants or whatever. That's not a new invention, but you know what I mean? It could be to somebody. Are y'all hearing me today? Or am I too quiet? Or am I all over the place? I could take it. Y'all talk to me. We are being prepped. Wednesday, as the moon is in Scorpio. You hear me? Thank you. Working and listening, Keena? Yay. I'm so glad. Okay. I'm just gonna keep it pushing how I feel it. God got me on something different today. Wednesday is when it starts switching up. Today and tomorrow, we're getting prepared, right? We're seeing what we need to do, how we need to talk to our partners, business and personal, how we need to access this information, this inspiration that's coming through Neptune. You understand what I'm saying? How we need to get more practical, not to be so critical on things. Just open up, y'all, and watch as this inspiration and this new information comes sliding on in. Because on Wednesday, the moon being in Scorpio, we're still determined. We're still diving deep in those emotional waters and shit. We're still looking for the extreme of things. That's moon in Scorpio, right? The sun goes into Virgo at 5:01 a.m., by the way, bright and early on Wednesday. That's on Eastern Standard Time. And Mercury goes retrograde in Virgo at 3:59 p.m. Mercury will be retrograde, by the way, until September 15th. At 4:21, it goes direct. Mercury will be retrograde until September 15th, 4:21. Okay. So Wednesday is the switch up day. Wednesday is a switch up day. And it's a beautiful thing that Scorpio energy, where the moon is going to be, and the sun being in Virgo and Mercury being in Virgo, that Scorpio and Virgo get along. Because then that would be really, really crazy. Really, really, really. It would be more a dynamic kind of shift that's happening. But with Virgo's energy, here's the deal. With Virgo's energy and its detailed, orientated, critical, logical, practical, steadfast kind of energy, it's actually being leaded and prompted by the moon and Scorpio saying, yes, let's get all of that shit that you got, Virgo. Let's put it all into play. Let's do that thing. Let's make sure we have all the compartments right and ready to formulate and to say, let's go. But Mercury going retrograde is going, wait, hold on. I want to go. I want to implement from a logical standpoint. I want to put all my ducks in a row. But Mercury retro makes that logical thought even more confusing. Be careful. You already know that the Virgo brain is like a goddamn mass generator computer. Y'all do know that, right? Mercury is Virgo's planet. So for it to be spun out of whack while the sun is going in its vibration, is almost like a traffic jam in front of Disneyland. Because everybody wants to go into Disneyland. Everybody wants to figure out the details of Disneyland. Everybody wants the 20 people to go to Small World, the other people to go to the hot dog stand. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Because there's all these compartments in Disneyland, but everybody is stuck at the front gate because Mercury went retrograde, because the sun is shining like it needs to be some order, and the moon in Scorpio is going, everybody go, 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 go. Do y'all get me? You get me? So it can be a little interesting. It can be a little intimidating, a little bit of a push on that day to get things very, very clear when it's not going to be clear straight away. That's for ding dong, damn sure. It's not. Be easy on yourself that day. Are y'all feeling me? Y'all get me? Roxy said, absolutely there. I'm listening and focusing. Okay. Cool. I thought maybe that was a question. If y'all have any questions, I'm with you, Roxy. If y'all have any questions, please put it up. This question mark in the front of the sentence and behind so I can see that thing. Wednesday is just not all like a rose-colored or determined rose-colored barbed wire fence with Virgo energy going bananas that day. And by the way, Virgo energy is awesome. Virgo energy is gonna snap us into some other shit. Even though on Wednesday it will seem quite confusing with Mercury spinning out and us trying to get our thoughts together. The sun is doing its best to take again all that determination that we just got from that new moon in Leo, all the things that we've been grappling over. And when I say grappling, like really sitting down and thinking, trying to get into order, being almost patient with ourselves, trying to be anyway. Hopefully you have been with yourself and with everybody else with these 5 planets in retrograde, soon to be 7 planets in retrograde. So with this Virgo energy coming in, it's almost like sitting back and going, okay. I can see the big picture now. I like that this Virgo energy is coming in because this Virgo energy is coming in with care. Leo has generosity. Leo has um, fun times at hand. Leo brings the shine, but Leo rarely brings compassion. Here comes the compassionate wave of Virgo energy to make us slow down enough to look at the bigger picture and all the things that we have in our hands that we can carefully, with sensuality, with love, with compassion, with understanding, try to dissect whatever it is in front of us and put it in its right place. So when all the planets again goes direct, everything will be in order in the way in which we see fit in these meditative, slowed down, retrograde times. Does this make sense to y'all? Am I being clear as possible? I am doing my best to talk slowly now that I think about it, purposely so I can get these words out because my brain does feel a little confused today. I'm not even gonna lie, like I said at the top of this, okay? So here comes this Virgo energy again, bringing sensuality, bringing, I'm trying to think of some new descriptive words I can use for Virgo energy because I'm tired of saying the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I love Virgo energy, honestly, because it does the grunt work, that a lot of us don't like to do. And that's why, in my opinion, it's good that we are in this retrograde season, in Virgo season, because Virgo doesn't mind going to the details of why all these planets have slowed down to be recognized. Virgo energy, again, will take care of you in a loving, very detailed, almost detached kind of way. Not as detached as Aquarius. Aquarius does not want to be involved with emotions. Never, ever. Virgo says, I will be around the emotion, but I actually want to know what we're going to do with this thing. How are we going to utilize what happens, whatever emotions come out? How are we going to get better? How are we going to service each other? How are we going to make it through this thing, whatever it is that we're going through? So that's what I love about Virgo. It's the service part of it all. Whereas the season we just came through, Leo is just like shine and get it out there, and it's about me. Virgo is like, okay, let's shine, but let's shine for everybody else and make sure everybody else is taken care of. That's why I love that Virgo energy in regards to where we're about to go into Wednesday. That moon in Scorpio I was just talking about is opposition Jupiter. Pull up abundance and blessings and opportunities. Balance out the unknown with what you feel deeply. You've earned it. Okay? So as this energy comes in, as this determined energy with Scorpio, riding alongside this Virgo energy, the Scorpio moon energy, this determination is like, yo, I want to be determined to get that stuff that Taurus Jupiter has been sitting with. The day before that, we was questioning that shit. On Tuesday, we was like, really, is there some value to that? I don't know. Whereas the moon is saying, okay, whatever valuable things are left on Wednesday, now we're going to be determined to move through that thing. Y'all like that? Do you like the way the universe sets shit up for us? Do you? I hope so. I hope you see the connection. On Tuesday, we was questioning the value. By Wednesday, you'll see what is valuable for you if you go into that meditation. And on Wednesday, now you can put some energy, some emotional energy behind it, some dedication behind it. Moon and Scorpio is all about dedication. It's all about passion. 0 to 60 out this motherfucker, and pull the abundance from Jupiter's reign and say, okay, I see what's important now. Let's utilize this. Let's go with this. Let's see why this is important and build on that. On Wednesday, that moon in Scorpio is sextile Mercury retrograde too. Strong sense of to be in contact, to keep the brain in order. I don't know what that means, but I'll say it like this. That moon in Scorpio sextile and that Mercury going retrograde. Oh, okay. So yeah, basically it's like the moon is saying, like I just said earlier, the moon in Scorpio is like, yeah, let's get these thoughts taken care of. Let's figure this out. Let's unpack. The feeling, the emotional feeling on Wednesday will be, yes, let's unpack these thoughts to get to the desired goal is the point. So give yourself a moment to do that Wednesday, because if you're Sag or if you're Gemini and you're too harried, you're in a space where I just want shit to get done and get done. You won't recognize the important Mercury retrograde moment that's happening on this Wednesday for sure. It's saying unpack it, but sit back and look what you could do with it now. Let that moon in Scorpio take it in a determined kind of way. Excuse me for almost burping. That moon in Scorpio is also opposition Uranus. It's like, because I see the changes. I see the changes that needs to happen. So this moon in Scorpio needs to be determined about it. I'm very high on it. I'm hyped. I need this to happen for myself, is the point. Moon in Scorpio is saying that on Wednesday. I see all this detailed shit, and I need for this to happen. So let's put in the passion. Let's make this thing go down. Also, on Wednesday, the moon in Scorpio is trining Neptune. The day before, Neptune was getting those hits, the enlightenment, the encouragement. So now the moon in Scorpio on Wednesday knows what to do with it, is determined by it. Now, I want to also say this too. If you utilize that moon in Scorpio in the way in which I just suggested, staying determined, staying open, going deep, don't bypass any feelings and emotions that want to come up and to be dealt with on Wednesday. Please, because Virgo energy says I need to see the emotions that I need to see that the moon and Scorpio can bring up in order to delegate where to put the details, where to put the thing. You get what I'm saying? However, some never, if you want to be Harry's like Sagittarius and Gemini energy wants to do, fuck it, let's just get things done. And you don't see the meditation in that day, right? That Mercury going retrograde and that sun going into Virgo can spin you out and possibly give you analysis paralysis, make you fucking freeze in doing all the things that you decided to do, all the things that you thought was innovative and that was abundant due to that Jupiter and Taurus information, all the things that you were holding on to that were bright and valuable to you. Now this Virgo information on Wednesday could have you stuck in like a deer in the headlight if you're not too careful. I'm just saying, which way you gonna rock with it? Are you gonna utilize Virgo energy and sit back and be caring about putting the things in order? Or are you gonna get scared and be like frightened by all the details that's happening and not know where you stand with it? That's a real question. And the only way you can get scared is when you're moving too fast. There are 5 planets right now in retrograde. By the end of the week will be 7. Why are you moving quickly? There's no reason to. There's no reason to. Let's go to Thursday. I hope y'all hear me. Y'all real quiet today. I'm an Aquarius and having a tough time trying not to ignore everything going on, but I'm tapped in. I understand that because Aquarius is a big on humanity, you know? And it's a lot going on. It's very, very difficult not to be distracted and affected by what's happening in the world. And oftentimes, not often, sometimes I come on here and we talk about that thing, or at least I talk about it and y'all, give it opinions back and forth. But to be truthful with you, There's a very easy way to get spun out in this season, especially because it's retrograde season. Y'all get that? If they are determined to keep us in the past, if they are determined to keep us spinning out and distracted, what better time not to do that but retrograde season? You get what I'm saying? So be careful when you're in this space, recollecting and thinking about the things that you used to do and the things that they used to do, because you can get spun out and in that space and then freeze. You get what I'm saying? Utilize this retrograde moment, please, to get through certain things that feel a particular way. Don't feel a particular way. Let it go. Nothing is personal right now. We got to let go of the things that are not working. That's what this retrograde period is about. So from an almost detached space, Virgo energy can handle that shit, can put it in its compartment, can take care of it and move the heck on. We can move the heck on. I hope y'all hear me clearly, because I don't know if I'm saying it clearly. If you have a question and it sounds confusing, ask, please. Please. All right. On Thursday, let's keep it pushing, because this is where I want to. Spirit is so dope. This is where we were being warned in a sense. Why? Because Thursday, there you go. The moon goes right into Sagittarius. So now the moon, the emotional energy, the reactions, the expressions to things all around us, including ourselves. That's what the moon is about, y'all. Right? Knee-jerk reactions, happy reactions, mad reactions, confused reactions that happen almost instantly, that can throw off a day. That's why the moon is so important. The moon is going into Sagittarius on Thursday and Friday. That's when it's about to get kicked up, the energy level, that is, because Sag is the fastest sign, energetic sign in the zodiac physically. It loves to keep going. Even though it seems reserved and pulled back, it's the fastest fire sign. So you got the moon energy, the emotional energy picking up, revving up. It's hitting actually in a not so good way the sun, and a not so good way Saturn on Thursday. So the sun will be squaring the moon, and Saturn will be squaring the moon on Thursday as well. Why? Because harried Sagittarius energy wants to plow through what that sun in Virgo is trying to set up. It's trying to compartmentalize. It's trying to make sense of things. It's trying to be rational and logical about certain things. It's trying to organize some things to prepare us to move forward, to take the things that are valuable and discard the rest. That's what Virgo wants to do. But the moon is saying, fuck all this shit. I'm trying to celebrate. Fuck all this shit. I'm trying to move through. Fuck all this shit. I'm trying to be on an adventure. Nobody's saying that you can't. It's just about being aware nowadays and not moving too quickly, because we can get distracted if we are. We can get burned if we are. We cannot pay attention to the compartments in which we're trying to devise and create within our lives. You understand what I'm saying? And things can fall apart. The moon in Sagittarius is also squaring Saturn. Apply your spiritual discipline instead of plowing through. Use your energy elsewhere. Saturn in Pisces says, yo, in retrograde for sure. Have you been listening to spirit? Have you been paying attention? Where's my fan? Oh, man. Have you been paying attention? Is what Saturn and Pisces says, especially going retrograde. Paying attention specifically to your angels, to your guides, to your ancestors, those that are roaming. You understand what I'm saying? Paying attention to the prayers that you're asking. Have you received the answer, or did you just walk by it without knowing? You get what I'm saying? Saturn and Pisces is like, yo, are you paying attention to your dream time, to the messages that they are dropping? Are you paying attention to your compassionate levels and your levels of understanding? And if not, that moon in Sagittarius, your quickness of things, the truth slaying information that you just let come out your mouth and you express without thinking, can go up against your prayers, can go up against your discipline and listening to spirit. There's been so many people I had a lot of readings last week specifically. And I have to say that, and I'm not being facetious, I'm really, really being true, that out of all the people that I asked, have you been praying? Nobody is praying. That's indicative to this upcoming aspect with the moon square and Saturn. Why aren't we praying, y'all? Please answer that question. Are you praying? That's what that says, the moon squaring Saturn. People are not praying enough. And if you're praying, you're not believing them. You're not believing it. You're not believing your prayers. You have to if we're sliding into Virgo season, and we have to know specifically what to do, where to place this information. Mars is in Virgo. Where to put Mars is action. You understand? Where to put this thing? Where's the detail? This makes sense, y'all. It's all about energy and setting us up. Being aware of the energy that's shifting to set us up to win. I see you, Roxy. She said, what does this mean for my Sagittarius, my moon, which if I'm reading it correctly, is Neptune. If the moon is in Scorpio, ooh, Roxy, you're going to have to call me for that, honey. That's a personal question. I feel like myself is saying to not rush through and stick to the plan, keep planning and flushing things out and people out. You've been praying. Okay. So honestly, to be truthful with you, Roxy, we probably need to have a conversation about that, because I don't want to take up everybody's time in regards to your particular chart. I don't like answering questions that are really, really specific, right? So we can always talk about that. However, some never. In regards to, you said you've been praying and returning to your altar. Good for you. I'm not suggesting that you don't believe it, but that's 50% of the prayers. When we start flying, when we start sliding into worry, if a day or two, if an hour after the prayer, then those prayers are null and void. You understand? Those prayers are null and void. Truly. So you have to stick with the fact that your prayers are answered, and you know that whatever it is for your highest good, and it's coming at you straight. It's coming at you. It's coming for you. You know why? Because you deserve it. Do you believe you deserve it, Roxy? And that's a question for you and everybody else. Stay on those prayers. Again, that's that aspect on Thursday. I'm like, why aren't people praying? And I can see why on some level, truly, right? Especially if you got Gemini and Sagittarius roaming somewhere in your chart. That's really, really important. Or I said pertinent in your chart. Why? Because that Saturn Pisces energy is like this. Whenever it's in any planet, or if it's somebody's sun sign, Pisces energy is very inconspicuous, and it's incredibly important, especially when it's not paid attention to. Y'all like that? You get that? You know any Pisces energy? Truly. So if you're not paying attention, we are not paying attention this Sagittarius to this Saturn in Pisces, especially going retrograde, squared up by the moon on Thursday. You will be. Spirit will sit you down. You get those moments when you're doing too much. This is that feeling, because the moon is in Sag. When you're doing too much and it just feels like one thing is going wrong after the other. Boom, bada boom, bada boom, 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 boom. Like within an hour. And all of a sudden you're like, you know what? Let me just sit down. That's when you're not taking Saturn in Pisces seriously. Does that make sense to anybody and everybody? Yeah, Roxy, just give me a call. It's no problem. Zen Warrior Coaching asks, any rituals that you would recommend with the retrogrades and waxing moon on Thursday? Pray. Listen, Zen Warrior Coaching, this is not necessarily to you. I love rituals. I absolutely love rituals, but I love individual rituals. Now, let me take a step back. Let me take it one step back further. Okay. I come across a lot of clients and a lot of people that ask these questions, and I'm not against them. And I can give you a couple of things that I do. But you know what type of person that I am, especially the type of teacher that I am? I'm a one-stop type of person. I am the type of teacher I've grown to love and understand about myself, who only comes in contact with those who can take the information and get stronger on their own. So sometimes for me to give a list of rituals that may or may not work for you is not good for you or me, for that matter. What I can show you, what I can tell you, what I can share with you and encourage you about is the energy that's going on around you. Knowing that energy that's shifting, what do you need to do in your personal life? What do you need to change about your personal? What are the prayers that you need to infuse? What are the things that need to happen around and about in your home that can invite the prayers, invite the changes in your home? What do you need to do in order for this new season to bring you exactly what you need for your mind, your body, and your soul? This is the long answer to what you're asking, sweetie pie. And the only reason why I'm going in on this time around, because that question is asked a lot. I'm the type of person where I really want to encourage y'all to be stronger in your own spiritual wherewithal, so you don't even have to ask questions like that. So you can take the information that's being shown, what's being given to you, and say, all right, I know what to do in order to weather this storm, or I know what to do in order to use Jupiter's benefits in this way. You get what I'm saying? I hope this doesn't affect anybody in a negative way. I'm just expressing who I am in this moment in time, and know that I'm sharing this with you because I want us all to be better for ourselves, by ourselves. When you get power, give power to somebody else to help you along, you're losing the power within yourselves. You dig? Don't give nobody your power to lead you anywhere. That's some real shit. I'm on one today. Zen Warrior Coaching, does that make sense to you? So in regards to these retrogrades that's sitting back, or I should say that's coming out, the one thing I can do is say, sit back and ask God what you need to learn. Sit back and ask God what you need to do. I don't even know what day I fucking left off at. I feel like just woohoo. Ask God what you need to do. That makes sense to you? And this is not me just throwing away the answer, because I can tell y'all a lot of shit, but I'll be damned if I will for you to utilize it and say, oh, it didn't work. Well, it probably didn't work because you ain't cleaning your house. You know, a clean house is necessary for all types of rituals. This is not for you, Zen Warrior Coaching. I'm not seeing anything. I'm just saying, generally speaking. I left off on Thursday. Thank you. Y'all like, bitch, would you get back to the damn... we didn't forget, because you're talking. You're just talking too much. Okay. So here's the thing, because the moon is going to square the sun that day, and the moon is going to square Saturn that day. You like the little side gems? Thank you. But here's where we going. Check this out. We got to get that. Y'all know squares make you grow. So if we can get the reason why, or slow down when the moon in Sagittarius is squaring that sun, to get the details of that sun in Virgo, to slow down so the moon in Sagittarius can get the details about Saturn, Pisces, prayer, all the shit I was just rambling about, right? On Thursday, Mars also says, let me try and Pluto. That makes all the sense in the world to me. Because you know why? Because Mars is in Virgo. This is the astrologer brain in me, y'all, that bugs me out all the time. That's why I pause. Mars is in Virgo. So Mars is going, yo, get all that square shit that you was just talking about, please. Why? Because I need to go back into my power. I need to recognize what Pluto is doing, retrograde, and that has been doing. I need to give that Pluto some help. Pluto has been in Capricorn for some time now, since 2008, and is going retrograde right now on its last little bits of retrograde until it goes back into direct in a couple of weeks or so and goes into Aquarius, never to see Capricorn again in our lifetime. So we got Mars giving some trining, harmonious energy to Pluto on Thursday. It's saying learn from all the details that are coming in so we can solidify our power in a Capricorn kind of way, and a structure that can't be burned down. Not in no fucking hay house, not in no kind of straw house, and a brick house that's not going to be blown down. That's what Mars wants to do on Thursday. Once you solidify the details, that Virgo energy, you solidify your prayers, that Saturn energy, I'm going to tell you how to stand in your power. That's what Mars says. We're going to go get that thing. We're going to stand in our power. We're going to know who we are. We're going to intimidate ourselves in some kind of way. We're going to transform. And what I mean by intimidate ourselves, sometimes you need to kick your own self in the ass. How about that? That's what I mean by that. Does that make sense? Are y'all with me? On Friday, the moon stays in Sagittarius. It's going to trine, Venus going retrograde. So find the optimism in reviewing what you want to see about love or this money. Whatever Venus has been showing you going retrograde in the last couple of weeks, on Friday, it's about looking at it harmoniously. What did I gain from that? What did I gain from love's coming back or not coming back, or me saying no thank you? What did I gain from my money being a little short, or my money being reviewed in a different way? How did I gain patience or understanding about certain things? That's on review on Friday. How did that work out for me harmoniously? Also, the moon is quincunx Jupiter. Patience. Open your eyes. Everything is good. Again, this week requires so much patience, especially on Thursday and Friday when that moon is in Sag, because it's going to quincunx Jupiter. Jupiter's like, I got all the goodies, cuz relax, I got the Skittles. Why are you so mad? Why are you so frustrated? Because the moon in Sag wants to move fast. Hey, Angela, because the moon in Sag wants to move quickly. You understand what I'm saying? You already got everything that you need. On Friday, don't feel like you're out of anything. Like, oh my God, I need. Nah, it's all there. You just have to delegate. Virgo season, delegate, compartmentalize, make it work for you logically, rationally. You get that? On Friday, the moon in Sagittarius, quincunx Uranus. You irritated by this change, about the weather, literal weather that's going down, like for real. Everything is changing because it needs to change. It has to acclimate. You know what I feel like right now? Squirrel. Spirit just showed me a little bit of an analogy. You know how y'all feel when you clean in your house? I don't know if you ever clean your house this way, where you start in one room. I do. Oftentimes, I start in one room, then oftentimes I'll go to the other room. Before I know, within a half an hour, the whole house looks crazy. But there's some kind of order in how I'm cleaning the house. Can y'all give me a yes, y'all? Let me know y'all here. Um, there's some kind of order to clean in the house, but you got to go jump back into the bathroom to do X, Y, and Z, and then come back. Once the mop is situated, then you do the whole house and you come back. You understand what I'm saying? But right in the middle of that, it looks crazy. That's what's happening right now. That's what's happening right now. And if on Wednesday and Thursday you find a way to plow through it because you had an extra boost of energy with the moon and being in Sag on Wednesday and Thursday, you may go through some kind of confusion because Virgo don't want to move that fast. Y'all get it, huh? It's called the method to your madness. That's exactly what's happening, Tatiana. It's the method right now. I'm trying to explain the method, even though it may sound confusing in this moment. Even as I say it, I'm confusing my damn self, but I know spirit is involved. Why? Because I prayed and I believe my prayers. So this is hitting somebody somewhere. This is the method of the madness right now. Melina, you got that? Melania or Melina? Melania, I believe it is. Y'all got that? Okay, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Saturday, here's a little reprieve. I should say a little exhale. Why? Because the moon goes into Capricorn, and Capricorn likes Virgo season, right? Because they're both earth signs, right? Good thing, Wanda Fox. I'm glad y'all paying attention. I know y'all around. I know when y'all quiet and when y'all listening. So I appreciate you doing that. So the moon, before it actually goes into Capricorn, though, before we celebrate in some kind of way, is going to go through one more square. And that's the moon in Sagittarius squaring Mars when we wake up Saturday morning. Mars is in Virgo, the moon is in Sag. So possibly, maybe we can feel a little crunchy Saturday morning, because maybe you feel like the last 2 days you've been trying to keep that house clean, and in that weird ass mess that is actually doing something for you. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe Saturday you wake up like, oh hell no, I gotta rip through this shit. This is too chaotic for me. There's some kind of contrary motion happening right there. You want to move through whatever you want to move through quickly. You want to get through the rationalization. You want to not deny anything any longer, or possibly, yes, Spirit said that too. Maybe Saturday in the morning, things become clear to you. Maybe you took the Virgo route of denying some things. You stop trying to put it in order and you start denying some things. Possibly, maybe you took another route. Saturday, you'll wake up with that moon in Sag going, hey, motherfucker, this is the real situation. This is the truth. You can't deny anything any longer, and bust you up. Sometimes we need that little shake up. So look for that on Saturday if that applies. Also on Saturday, the moon, when it goes into Capricorn, like I said, will trine the sun. So after a while, after we get a little shake up, after the Legos fall apart, we can put them back together in a practical kind of way. You like the way I did that? Because if that moon in Sag fuck shit up, with the sun coming in there, the moon in Sag fuck shit up, hitting Mars, waking up on Saturday. By the end, or I should say, let me start all over. With the moon in Sag squaring Mars Saturday morning, the Legos fall apart. Going to my analogy, right? Well, the moon comes together with the sun on Saturday and have a chance to put it back together, practically speaking, because they're two earth signs. And earth signs like logic and practicality. That's how I got to that analogy. Also on Saturday, last aspect, the moon in Capricorn will sextile Saturn going retrograde. Where's that spiritual discipline? Lean on it. Lean into it on Saturday for sure. That's when you'll see the benefits. I'm going to slide through Sunday. You know why? Because it's a happy day. It's a good day Sunday with the moon trining Jupiter. Bring on that happiness, the Skittles, all kinds of opportunities to climb up the mountain, Capricorn style. Yes, the moon in Capricorn trines Mercury going retrograde. Find the need to go retrograde. Clean out the closets. Figure it all out. Go into those books. Figure out your budget. Like, be happy about going backwards and clearing the slate, so to speak. Getting prepared. And on Sunday, that moon in Capricorn trines Uranus. Here we go. Remember, we're changing, so stay independent. Now, bust this. The very next day, Monday, a week from today, Uranus will go retrograde too. So by Monday, we'll have 7 planets in retrograde. When the sun hits Uranus on Sunday, just before it goes into retrograde, please sit on Sunday. Think about the things that need to be changed. Think about the innovations that you want to bring to your life. Think about the things that you've been plagued as an outcast for. Because when it goes retrograde, all these things will come up for you. And you'll be questioned about the independence, about the rebelliousness that you've had over the last year. And you have to have a real reason why to keep pushing forward. Bottom line is that those rebellious, independent souls that like to do things according to the way Spirit says are going to be tested even more. Trust and believe. Why? Because we are on the radar. And because we know the independent folks, this Uranian energy that's been trying to push through, it's on retro now, but it's been pushing through for the last year and a half, saying, yo, in order to have a better quality of life, we have to do things different. And then on Monday, it's going to go retrograde. So we got to know what it is we are coming through, this new change, this new era, this new age with. What are we changing with? Who are we changing as? What substances or products that we have? What work do we have that's going to help change the world? Ourselves, or at the very least, just our little apartment, our little world and where we live. Y'all get this? It's time to be different. And they're calling it out. I hope this helped in some kind of way. I see that 26 people in here and 26 people have given me thumbs up. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to read this card. I'm not going to do any readings today, y'all. I really am not. You know why? Because I feel like I tapped in a little bit. And thank y'all for being riding with me today. I love y'all in ways that I can't even describe. It always feels like a harmonious and intuitive kind of role or road or journey when I do these broadcasts. And today, I'm feeling like y'all understand that I'm going to pull back and I'm going to pull this card for us because y'all giving me the space to just intuit. And today, I intuited a lot and I don't necessarily want to go any further. So I will on Friday do readings. If you come equipped with your sun, your moon, and your rising, you can get that information on any website here on this worldwide webby thingy. But also the best place I think to go to is ALABE.com. So next week, on Friday, come equipped if you want to get your sun, your moon, and your rise read. Would y'all like to hear the card for the week? Yes, yes, or no, no? And are there any questions? Appreciate you and thank you for the clarity. Oh, I'm glad you caught me live too. Hi, Jay Walker. You're welcome. Roxy. Any questions? Anything y'all want to pull out? It doesn't matter. But please, 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 if it's a question about astrology, allow it to be shared, the answer to be shared so most people can get an education or some understanding around it. Okay? Let me go back through this timeline real quick just to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Again, thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being so understanding. And like I said, right in the cut. Y'all's in the cut today. All right. Again, the Village Hut has started, the registration that is. Anyway, we're going to start on September 12th. Going through October 31st. So if you want to learn Western astrology per me, your girl, with her scarves on and everything, come on through. Hit up my website at wordlifeastrology.com/village hut. Okay. Again, we're going to start on September 12th and goes through October 31st. It's only 8 spots, y'all. So if you're really serious about getting on in here, please drop your deposit and make that thing happen. Okay. Maya said, I'm sorry, I got a little distracted today. I'll listen back later. Oh, you don't have to be sorry, honey. You do not have to be sorry. When is the last day to join the hut? The last day to join the hut is September, what's that, the 12th, 11th, 10, 9, 8. September 8th is the last day because I need that weekend to prepare for everybody. So September 8th will be the last day. Thank you for asking that question, sweetie. September 8th is the last day to sign up for the Village Hut. All right? Great, Mother, Father, God, and all my guardian angels and ancestor spirits. Thank you for this day. I need to say thank you. Ha! It's time to create, y'all. Creativity. Creativity. I think we talked about this a little bit with that Neptune shit, huh? Y'all, let me know if this resonates with you and if you feel like it is appropriate to this particular broadcast. Whoa, this thing was about to fall. Creativity. From the alchemy of fire and water below to the divine light entering from above, the figure in this card is literally possessed by the creative force. Really, the experience of creativity is an entry into the mysterious. Technique, expertise, and knowledge are just tools. The key is to abandon oneself to the energy that fuels the birth of all things. This energy has no form or structure, yet all the forms and structures come out of it. It makes no difference what particular form your creativity takes. It can be painting or singing, planting a garden, or making a meal. The important thing is to be open to what wants to be expressed through you. Remember that we don't possess our creations. They do not belong to us. True creativity arises from a union with the divine, with the mystical and the unknowable. Then it is both a joy for the creator and a blessing to others. Ashe, amen, ashe. I hope that helped, that landed, that hit somewhere. That hits somewhere. And yes, I do remember talking about creativity and creating some things per Neptune's energy this week, and the inspiration and the imagination that's necessary. Oftentimes, too, when we get caught and riddled with a lot of exact energy, analyzing energy, like Virgo energy coming in this week. Sometimes the best thing is to do is sit back and create and surrender, because that Virgoian energy and that heady mercurial energy, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury, sometimes keeps us too perfect, too in our head, too cerebral, in which we're not acting from a creative, open, surrendering space. Creativity is not ours. It always bugs me out when people get real possessive about their creations and what it is that they put out into to the world and how they like to protect it. You can't protect any of this. All the creations that come through us is not even ours. You understand? Like that card suggests. It's energy that comes through us. But here's the catch is that it helps to serve spirit, right? It gets spirit's energy and messages out there. It helps the people that take it, but it fortifies us. And when we get into a space, just to go off of this card a bit, when we get into a space in which we harbor our creativity, right, and the things that we think is solely our own, we get into analysis paralysis. We start to freeze and we stop evolving. Our creativity coming through us is for us too. As we create these songs, as we create these deals, meals rather, as we create whatever it is we're gardening, the pictures that we make, it is helping us to grow. But the moment we think about it, the moment we possess it, the moment we put too much money on it and want to wrangle it and control it, is when we stop growing, is when we stop evolving, is when it stops becoming a process between spirit and those that receive it. Do y'all get that? That's something for somebody somewhere. And if we are in a space this week in which we need to create, let's just do that thing. Let's just open up and allow whatever needs to come through, the inspiration to come through, so we're not attached to anything and we're not caught up in our heads so things don't freeze and crumble, because we're moving. We're getting better, y'all. Don't hold on to one thing, because it's not going to be the same anymore. That's just that. All right. I think I've rambled enough. I'm so glad you needed to hear that, Rob. Maybe I said that just for you, handsome guy. Y'all take it easy. Be good to yourselves. All right? All right. Bye.